Let's move on to a few more examples of writing an essay under task 2, writing skills. Some organizations and companies require their employees to wear a uniform. What kinds of jobs require uniform? So you can also talk about the advantages and disadvantages of using a uniform. But before that, we also need to mention what kind of job do you think needs uniform. So let's begin with the introduction. What's the main purpose of wearing the uniform? Identity. So it is important. Creating an identity is one of the most essential requirements of any company for institution, and that is one main reason why every company would want their employees to wear a uniform. So, but I particularly feel that, it is not that very important that every company should have, a uniform. It should make wearing uniform mandatory. But generally, creating an identity you can have. So that will go in my first paragraph. I'm going to start answering the question, what kind of job does require uniform? I feel that all public sector jobs need uniform, because the main reason is because it helps people to approach them easily. For example, when I have jobs like that of a police or of hospitals, government offices, they need uniform so that people get to know who that person is, and it becomes easy for them to approach those officials at the need of hour. So it helps administration. Example, when a police is present in his uniform, a criminal would definitely, be afraid to commit a crime in that particular scene. Okay, so that is a good, that's a good thing to happen, because the public, a common person, gets to know that, okay, this person is a person in power. This person is a person who belongs to the public sector. I cannot do my mischief here. So that is, again, it's going to be very helpful. And in crowded places like government hospitals and patients, staff members, they just need to stand out. Crowded places, you will not know who the doctor is, you will not know who the nurse is. So I'm talking about government hospitals where it's like too crowded. So there, again, to stand away from the crowd, I think a uniform is important, which will make any common person to easily approach the respective official for help. I can mention all these things. So helping in administration and interaction. It makes interaction also easy, and it helps us to give better service. Otherwise, I will have to go around looking for the right person. If in case they are in their proper uniform, it makes my job easier of identifying them. Second paragraph. Okay, and moving on to the third paragraph. Disadvantages. One is monotony. It becomes so tiring, so boring. it will sometimes, it will also affect the performance of the employee. Okay, so that is the disadvantage of having uniform at workplaces. And my conclusion says that uniform, making them mandatory, is not bad. You can have it provided we have justified needs. If it really is going to make some sense, if it is really required for us to have uniform in the workplace, yes, we can have it. So I assert that compulsion should be judicious and justified towards all that who are concerned. Okay, so let me quickly take you through all the points again. So some organizations and companies require their employees to wear a uniform. What kinds of job require uniform? What do you think are the advantages, the disadvantages? All these things can go there. My first paragraph would talk about the identity. It is very important for companies to create their own identity. That is one main reason why they would want their employees to wear a uniform. Okay, to the second paragraph, I'm going to talk about the requirement. Why should we have a uniform? Public sector, it makes it easy for people to understand, to approach the right person at the right time. It makes the officials stand apart in the crowd so that it helps in administration also. It helps in administration and better service. You need not hunt for the person because the person is already present there. So it is very important to have uniforms in public sector, and interaction also becomes very easy, especially in crowded places. And the third paragraph, disadvantages, monotony. People get tired and bored, and this is definitely going to affect their performance. So having uniform in a way has got its disadvantages also. And in the conclusion, I personally feel that wearing uniform is not wrong, provided we have genuine justified needs to wear a uniform. If your excuses or if your reason for asking your employee to wear a uniform is justified, then yes, having uniform for employees is definitely not a wrong option.